This is the LEGO Star Wars boarding with Tantive IV set. It's one of the first sets in the 25 years of the LEGO Star Wars Anniversary Collection. Set number 75387, featuring 502 pieces and intended for ages 8+. I'm Jack, and let's review the set. If you're a fan of minifigure collecting, then this is the set you'll want to pick up. It of course comes with 2 Imperial Stormtroopers, Darth Vader, 2 Rebel Fleet Troopers, and Captain Antilles. But the fun does not stop there. As part of a 25th anniversary collection, the exclusive minifigure of clone ARC Trooper 5s comes in this set. We'll talk more about him in a moment, as he's somewhat of a controversial design. Okay, let's talk about the build. Overall, the build process of the Tantive IV Hallway is very nice. It's a little tricky in certain areas where certain blocks have to fit in the tight sort of spaces, and obviously it does come with a few stickers. However, there is printing on the door block, which does make life a little bit easier. I'm a particular fan of the play features, which we'll talk about now. Okay, let's talk about the build. As you can see, I've got it set up as the box almost shows, but in my own custom way. We've got a Stormtrooper who's sort of deceased over here, and a Rebel Trooper who's sort of hanging on for dear life. The benefit of this set in terms of playability is you can set it up however you want. If you want a Rebel Trooper back here and want Captain Antilles further up, you can move them over there. Now, in terms of playability as well, you've got these special functions. So you may be wondering what these actually do. Well, the box does show you what they do, but also I will show you as well. So if we get rid of this Rebel Trooper, and we get rid of this one, and we'll place this one and make him stand sort of just on the brick there. There we go. So Rebel Trooper's now standing on the brick. If you play with these sort of little triggers, you can flick them off. Essentially, you can have a battle between your Stormtroopers and your Rebel Troopers. Over here, we've got these ones to activate this lever, and we've got this one to activate this lever here as well. That's sort of kicking off that Stormtrooper, but due to the way I've set it up, he's not really there. Now, you can sort of have these battles and simulate them however you want. You can put your Stormtroopers on this side if you really want to, and have this over here. It really is up to you. Now, as a special feature of Captain Antilles, you can actually have Darth Vader choke him. The figure is very, very nice. It is accurate to Captain Antilles from A New Hope, and where we've seen him before. It comes with a special translucent little brick here. There we go, little one by one. You can place this sort of over here. You can get rid of his gun, and you can sort of have him, you know, sort of being choked by Darth Vader. If we bring Darth Vader out, you probably want to get rid of his lightsaber, this one, but you could easily have him in a sort of way to get and choke Captain Antilles. Like that. It's accurate. It's accurate to A New Hope of him asking where the Rebel plans are, or where the Death Star plans are, and where the Rebel spies are. I particularly like it. It's another layer of playability for the set, which I think fans of all ages will enjoy. Whether you're an adult fan of LEGO and wanting to display this set, or you're a younger fan and you just want to play with the set, I think this sort of feature offers something very nice. Speaking of other features, if we get rid of all the figures, I'll show you what's up next. If we spin the set around this way, you can see sort of the ugly backside of this. Now, in terms of overall set, I do wish some of this was sort of like prettied up in a way, but it's not the end of the world. You've just got this sort of Technic mechanism back here. You may be wondering what this controls. If we spin it around further, you've got the door segment here, and also this fire segment. You can sort of see how this is going to work. So if you pull this down, the door opens. If you push it back up, it opens. LEGO, for some reason, have designed a sort of dual release system. You can pull this trigger here to activate the door, and you can push this one back up to put the door back, or you can pull this one down and do the same thing. I'm not sure why it warranted having 2 here, but you've got 2 in case you want to have 2, which is kind of nice. If we spin the set around again like this, as you can see through the doorway here, I can pull the trigger. The door now opens. If we put Darth Vader here, weirdly you can see him on the box through the camera, which is pretty cool. If we put Darth Vader over here, sort of just on the door frame, there we go, you can sort of seal it. It does bash on his lightsaber a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. We pull it down. He got stuck on Vader, you can see that. I have noticed this block does get stuck a little bit, but still is a nice bit of playability. You can reveal Darth Vader and have your accurate Tantive IV boarding sort of diorama, which is very nice. Thankfully, LEGO have made this a printed block here for the doorway. This is very nice. Some of the other bricks on here, like these sort of panels on the Tantive IV, are stickers, and I feel like they take away from the value of the build. It's still pretty cool. The door printing is nice, but I think due to sort of like the level of clearness through here, obviously if we spin this around and look where Darth Vader stood, where you're putting the door mechanism, if a sticker was here, it would likely get caught and rip the sticker off. So instead, we've got a printed block, which is a lot nicer and just helps the build, I find. Obviously, you could position Darth Vader with his lightsaber sticking through if you wish. It really is up to you how you want to put him around there. And then when we spin it around, he's there. What I do love is this extra doorway here. It's another layer of playability. You could say put another Rebel Trooper over here, and you can have them running through into the battle. So if we just put them through there,
they can sort of stand there. We spin his helmet around. Now he's ready to join his friends there in the battle if we place more down. Realistically, you want to place them on these stud blocks. What I do like with these blocks here, as we go back to them, is you don't have to put the whole troop on there, meaning you can have a bit of sort of articulated footwork. So if we put that on there, he's sort of like running towards a battle. He can still be flicked off and die, or, you know, be deceased, whatever you fancy it. I do like the extra hidden features around here. We've got a little block around here where you can put the translucent block for Captain Antilles. That can be stored there. You could store Darth Vader's lightsaber or something like this if you wanted to. This could either go in the other side like that, or you can just put it in the translucent block as well. It's stored away there, which is very nice. I think it means you're not going to lose the lightsaber. So going back to this again, we've got some very nice detailing work of a Tantive IV Hallway pattern here. This is very nice. This block was a bit flimsy to put on. It was one of the most difficult parts to build of a set, I think, just because they did routinely snap off, which was a bit annoying. Still, it is rather nice. My other gripe with this set is if we twist it around this way, and I show you guys from here, we've got this bit of stud paneling left over here. Realistically, LEGO could have included more blocks like this one down here and just put them there to hide the studs. But I do know LEGO do like exposed studs. But with that said, we do have enough on the floorway panels here, so did we really need to keep these exposed? That is a question, you know, many will ask. In terms of stickers, you've got one here, one here, one here, one here, more on the top paneling, and one just above the door as well. I think the door one here isn't too bad. But these ones, you can definitely tell on certain lights, like my studio lights, that they do stick out and they are stickers. And also, if you're not particularly good at putting on stickers, like myself, you are going to run into that issue. In terms of other playability features for this, you've got the Technic parts down here. I've not attached the black sort of Technic connector pieces, but you can do if you want. You can connect two here, and then if you have another set like the Tantive IV Hallway, you can connect them. Alternatively, if you have something like the Dark Trooper attack for one of the previous releases, you can attach that if you really wanted to. I want to get another Tantive IV Hallway, not attached like this, but I want to build another side to this here. It wouldn't look too good ways to display from the outside, but from a playability set, it would be rather nice because much like the Dark Trooper attack, you'd have two walls and you can march your troops down the middle. That'd be really cool, and especially if the doorways are built for that. It's possible to do that. I will be sort of experimenting it soon. You might be able to keep the playability with things like this if you extend out the Technic parts, but for the minute, likely you wouldn't be able to keep that. Still, this is a very good set, and I highly recommend it. Let's talk about the controversial aspect of this set. This has to be ARC Trooper 5's. He is the exclusive minifigure of this set. He comes on a very nicely printed block for the 25 years of LEGO Star Wars. This block is actually very nice. I am glad it's printed, not a sticker, might I say. If it was a sticker, I think I'd probably be a bit more annoyed. You may be wondering what this extra bit is here. This is so you can attach the other limited edition figures or exclusive figures that are coming with the other sets. Currently, we've got the Darth Malik one out. That is with the buildable R2-D2. Let's talk about ARC Trooper 5's. He is an interesting figure type. I like certain aspects of him, I don't like other aspects. If we remove his helmet, and I'll have some close-up shots of this as well, you can see he's got a unique headpiece, which is very nice. I like that, and LEGO have gone to detail in including his sort of like number 5 tattoo on here, which is pretty cool. He has 5 sort of goatee, I guess you call it, and his signature sort of face style as well, and face print, which is really cool. In terms of this sort of like, I forgot the name off the top of my head here, the sort of pauldron going over top here, it's nice, but it is just flat. If I stand him up like this, it doesn't really suit it. Whereas if we take the Captain Rex from the UCS LEGO Star Wars Venator, his pauldron, which I think I might have the wrong way around, is displayed over here, and it is rather nicer and just seems a bit more quality. But then again, this is coming from a £550 set, whereas this is coming from a £50 set. Still, for an exclusive minifigure, which is going to be the selling point of a set, I wish LEGO would actually put a bit more detail in and, do it a little bit properly. He comes with his dual-wielding pistols. These are very nice. What is a surprise is the backpack on here. This is a nice bit of attention to detail I like really, really nicely, and sort of does complete the figure. I've seen some complaints saying he doesn't have a fin on him for an ARC Trooper. It should be worth noting the ARC Troopers only had the fin on them when the rest of the Clone Army were in Phase 1. So the other ARC Troopers, once they moved from Season 4 to 6, and I guess Season 7, but 5 wasn't in Season 7, they did just have the regular Phase 2 helmet in their regular patterns. So that's something to keep in mind in terms of the ARC Troopers. So I guess this is based off his Season 6 appearance. Still pretty cool. The helmet printing is a controversial thing here. It is not entirely accurate to 5s as we know in Star Wars canon, particularly as the printing seems to spread apart on the helmet lines, which is a little bit annoying, as you can sort of see here as we do a close-up. The leg printing's nice. I don't really mind it. It works, but, I feel like LEGO could have been a bit better on it. This also could have been added as a custom sort of pauldron as well, the ammo pouch. But it is what it is. We've got a LEGO Star Wars ARC figure now. This is probably the best we're going to get. Speaking about the other figures in the set, as we can see back here and we pull them forward, we've got a nice selection of Rebel Fleet Troopers, as I mentioned at the start of this video, the Imperial Stormtroopers. Overall, these figures are very nice. I do wish maybe we had some two-tone on the sort of Rebel Fleet Trooper, so if we sort of pick these up and take a better look at them, they are very nice. You've also got the switchable faces as well, to take the helmet off, so they can be battle mode, or they can be like regular Fleet Trooper mode. I've got him in battle mode, him in regular mode. Antilles also has the custom face of him looking frightened or looking normal. Obviously, frightened when he's being force choked. Yada yada, it's pretty straightforward. I do wish there was a bit of two-tone printing on the legs here, just to separate them apart, but it's a standard Rebel Fleet Trooper. It's not really a massive part of this set in terms of like having a custom trooper. It works. I think that's the best thing with the set. It just works. Maybe it could have been done on Captain Antilles, but he works as well. The helmets are still a little bit annoying as I find them in LEGO Stars. They do pop off rather easily, but that's always been the Rebel Fleet Trooper design. You can't really change it that much. The Stormtroopers, they are very nice. I'm still not a big fan of this sort of helmet design. It works, but not really my cup of tea. Maybe in the future LEGO will change it, but this does seem to be the Stormtrooper design for now. In terms of Darth Vader, it is a pretty standard Darth Vader. He's obviously got the helmet part on there as well. No sort of dual face print. Instead, he's just got the marks on him. Still a cool face print and helmet sort of print. And obviously the leg printing for Darth Vader as well, and the design. Overall, should you buy the boarding with Tantive IV set? I think I'd highly recommend this. If you're in the market for a fantastic set for playability, which is also great for displaying as well, this is definitely a set to pick up. Coming in around about £50 here in the UK, and I think just about $60 roughly. I'll put the prices on screen now. Either way, for an exclusive minifigure and a fantastic sort of diorama set with a bit of playability, such as the door, it is very nice, and I would highly recommend it. If you want to check out more LEGO Star Wars reviews, then be sure to click on the links down below in my video description, and I'll be back with you with more LEGO content very soon.